Hello everyone, welcome. Alright, now, before I made the Why I Like Japan video, and I said that I would finish it off, well, I'm back for part 2. So, I left off in the other one with the hierarchy, the elders thing. So, I'm going to go off and say I love the idea of Japan. And what I mean is that before I came, I was like, for like 6 months before I came to Japan, I was just watching nothing but Japanese movies nonstop. That was the only thing I would rent. I just had Netflix, and I would just find a whole bunch of Japanese movies and watch them, and I just like dreamed about Japan, and I was like, I can't wait to go, and I just couldn't wait to eat all that Japanese food and do all those Japanese things, and I had this whole, just idea of Japan, and I just loved it so much. And when you come to Japan, your idea is a little bit different than what Japan really is, but still, I still have fond memories of thinking about all the fun I was going to have in Japan. Let's see. I like Japanese language. I wish I was fluent. I wouldn't say that I'm studying. I wouldn't say that I'm interested in Japan because of the Japanese language. I think it's the other way around. I'm interested in Japan, that's why I'm studying Japanese. But either way, I think it's pretty cool. If I could actually write a lot more kanji, I think it'd be even more helpful, and it'd be a lot more cool if I could do that. Everything is tiny in Japan. The houses, the cars, people, they're just very, very tiny, and that's cool. It's when you have so much space, you could just sometimes it's more like interesting to see what you can make when you have less things to make that thing. When you don't have as many resources or something, and you make something, there's like a handicap that you have to work with and get past, and so there's only so much space, so you have to like cram everything in. So I think that's very interesting. They ride a lot of motorcycles here, actually a lot of scooters. That's good. It saves money on gas, and it's not as bad as driving cars, I guess. There's also a lot of bikes. It's even better than cars, hey. That requires no gas at all. There are so many bikes here. It's unbelievable. Nowhere near, nothing like America. You go to college in America, there's like 5 bikes, like chained. Somebody's calling me. Who is it? It's Peter. I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna answer you, Peter. Yeah, you go to America, there's like 5 bikes. Hey, check out the bikes. There's a whole bunch of them, there's 5. No. Come to Japan. There's 1,000 on campus. There's gotta be, however many students there are, there's that many bikes plus 5 million more. The fashion here, everybody, it's kind of like, you want to feel part of a group, so you have to fit in with a certain fashion. So it looks like, everybody's trying to look good. You can go out, in America, people just walk around, hey, check me out, look at me, and like they have sweatpants on, or I don't know, they're just wearing stupid stuff. It just doesn't happen in Japan. Only the otakus are not into the whole, fashion thing. The art here is also very interesting. I'm trying to think of different art that I can talk about. I don't know, there's just so many different, just in the anime and manga, that's its own art form right there. But, I guess I could talk about classic Japanese artists that old art, but I don't know shit about that stuff, honestly. Well, I do know a little bit, but not enough to go on a whole rampage about it. Their ability to be creative. It's like everybody here in Japan is an artist. Like, they could just draw a little cartoon character, but for some reason it works. I don't know. But there are, instances where it doesn't work. I know a few teachers that teach here that cannot draw for the life of them. The best that I know, there's really like no ghettos here. Not something that would be comparable to like Chicago's projects when they were still there. There's no, I don't know, it's just not that poor. It's not as poor. They don't have like, the range is not, I think everybody has some, I mean, there are homeless people here, but they're living in boxes next to the train stations. Yeah, the violence is low. There's not, the poverty isn't as bad here, so that, that influences or doesn't the violence. There's no violence here because usually in poor areas it's more violent. So that means that it's safe. Japan is very safe. I can walk anywhere, go down alleys that I would normally never go down in Chicago, and I'll be perfectly fine here for the most part. I can, women can just walk down the street late at night at like 3 in the morning, and usually there's no problems. People like to party. They do like to party. Now, I have been with mainly Japanese parties, and they're crazy. I don't know if I told you, my one swim team, I think I did, we went karaokeing, and all the guys like had their own party, the girls had their own party, and later on we met up. But the guys, we went karaoke place, they took off all their clothes. Everybody, even me, we were completely naked, and we were singing karaoke, and I thought, it was strange, it was very strange, but that's just what happens when they drink here. I don't know. It was crazy. They were pissing in like beer jugs and like dumping it out the window, and people were punching the TV and the speakers. I was like, this is nuts. These guys are just crazy. The toilets here are cool. They have some pretty high-tech toilets. You sit down, the seats are nice and warm because they're pretty warm. They got like this current going through them. There's a little bidet that comes out and gives you a little, hey, what's up? Gives you a little squirt, cleans you, real nice. The gangsters here are cool. I mean, they're scary looking mofos, but they're pretty cool. You see them walking down the street like this. They have like their shirt like opened up, and like their hair, like sometimes you see it's like permed kind of. Got that like awesome old Japanese gangster perm. There's a pride in what Japanese people do. Something that Americans just, sometimes you just don't feel it all. Even in McDonald's. You go into a McDonald's in America, it's like, can I take your order? You go to Japan, and they're like, what do you want? I'll do anything for you. I will rub your back and punch you straight in the spleen if you want me to. Drive towards perfection. The Japanese are always trying to perfect everything that they do. Even the simple, like, ramen chef. He's trying to make the best bowl of ramen that he possibly can. His whole life, he's just going through that. Oh, and one last reason I like Japan is Miyako. Isn't that cute? Yeah. So, I'm going to give you a little lowdown on what's going on. I'm leaving Japan August 11th. My parents are coming July 31st. I have like my finals tests like July 21st, 22nd, 24th, and then the 30th and the 31st. My parents are coming at 3 p.m. on the 31st. I gotta go like pick them up, and we're going all over the place. I'm gonna show them Tokyo. We're taking them up north to go to Akita to stay with my host parents, and then afterwards, Mihoko and I are leaving Japan together. We're going to Chicago. I said this, didn't I? I said this in one of my videos. I know I did. But either way, I'm telling you what's going on. I don't have that much time left. Basically, from the 31st to the 11th, I'm going to be pretty busy with my parents. And until then, I got my finals coming up too, and there's like a bunch of stuff I want to do. I want to go back to Onjuku to the beach. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go on a car trip with Mihoko. I want to go on another bike trip, but I don't think I'm going to have time. It's just sad. I wish I had more time. I wish I didn't have tests. But, alright. Hope you enjoyed this video. You stay classy.